Greetings. It's time for our 7 centers of attraction oracle card reading. You guys, this is a deck that is in development for me right now. Will be available to the public this year. This is something I'm still creating. So I'm just wanting to begin sharing the messages, to activate the deck, right? To activate the project and to begin aligning with the timeline. We've already got cards jumping out. um, to begin activating the timeline where these cards are available to the public, right? So something I'm doing for myself. And I'm also doing this for you to share with you some of the messages that are available, and just to give you an idea of, how this deck works and the type of messages that are here for your expansion. The first card that we have is Accept Your Divine Spark, number 33. We have Soul Fragments, number 27. This one came out recently here. So we've already shared some of that information. And we have number 46, Growing in Spiral. So number 33 is a 6. This is a throat chakra card. Accept your divine spark. Drop resistance to being fully human. Ensoulment, acceptance, and allowing are the key words. The full message in the booklet says, failure to fully inhabit your physical body or your life is a sign you haven't fully accepted your divine spark and are still in resistance to existing in the earth realm as a human. This rejection of the body-soul union, ensoulment, can look like denying yourself the fullness of expression or creativity, denying yourself financial abundance, physical health, deep friendships, romantic love, or personal desires and ambitions. It may also manifest as poor decisions or emotional or psychological processing that excuses you from adult responsibilities. Deep energetic exploration, healing through acceptance of your divine spark is needed to move forward. Consider the circumstances under which you were conceived, carried, birthed, and childhood trauma before the age of 7 to find the root cause of your resistance to fully inhabiting your body or your life. And our keywords are ensoulment, acceptance, and allowing. This is a deep one, you guys. So we had a new word introduced here, ensoulment, which is the body and soul, the body-soul union that must happen for us to come here, right? And exist on the earth realm. And sometimes we are in deep resistance to this subconsciously, and it affects the way that we live our lives, right? So as the card said, it can look like us denying ourselves a full life experience. So think on that. Are there ways in which you are not allowing yourself to have the fullness of the existence that is possible for you here because, you're in resistance to even being here? Is it painful for you? Do you often find yourself thinking, why am I here? What is my purpose? Why in the world would I choose to come here? Right? So sometimes we can be in resistance to that, and it can result in stunted growth, okay, or limited experiences. This message here was talking about uniting, bringing unity and harmony to our mental and emotional worlds, right? Acceptance of even being here and how to live a fuller life. And sometimes one of the things that brings frustration for us and keeps us feeling like we're trapped in a box and not feeling brave enough to accept our being here and live a more full life because we feel like we are going in circles. And let's look at that in our next card. This number is number 46, is the crown chakra card. Growing in spirals is the name of this card. You're not going in circles. You're growing in spirals. You're back in your better with new tools. And the keywords are perspective, progressive insights, and celebration. And the full message is, you're not going in circles. You're growing in spirals. Growing in spirals. This isn't the same old lesson. This is one of your core lessons for Earth School being demonstrated at a higher level. There is a big difference. New dimensions of this lesson will be missed if you waste your energy beating yourself up, being in resistance to the lesson, right? Being in resistance to Earth School itself, like we talked about in Accept Your Divine Spark. Coming back to this recurring issue is actually a cause for celebration, as it marks the completion of a 360-degree cycle through the set of core lessons you are here to learn. You're back in your better, armed with the tools you added to your toolkit since the last time you stared this emotion, contradiction, shadow, or ghost in the face. sing, dance, or shout in the energy of celebration, then look at your upward spiral for what it really is. Your divine guidance is using familiar circumstances to call you higher. Okay, so the key words are perspective, progressive insights, and celebration. Okay, this is the energy we should be in instead of resistance to being here fully, right? Realize that we're not going through the same thing over and over again. We are cycling through core lessons. Okay, you're not going in a circle. When you add dimension to a circle, you get a spiral. So you're going up higher and higher in the spiral each time you revisit one of these lessons. That is a cause for celebration. And when you accept that and embrace that, you begin to move up that spiral and more fully accept your divine spark. Number on growing in spirals was 46, which is 10, which is 1, which is new beginnings. It is victory. Okay. So that is also a clue, right? You can start your life over. Your life becomes new when you recognize that, man, here are my core lessons. Like, start writing these things down, start journaling about these things, and it will give you new perspective. It will give you progressive insights and cause to celebrate. When you journal, if you haven't started journaling already, start journaling and look back 6 months to a year later and look at how you may have hit the same core lessons, but grown each time. If you have old journals where you've been journaling already, take time to go back and look at those old journals and notice how you've grown. Notice how you have gotten progressive insights over some of these issues and celebrate your progress. Okay. So also, remember, Accept Your Divine Spark also said, look at the circumstances under which you were conceived, carried, birthed, born. Those will also give you clues to your core lessons in life. Okay, guys, this is just some really deep spiritual work, some really deep shadow work that will help move you forward. And our last card is Soul Fragments. Let's see how this ties in. Number 27 is a 9. 2 plus 7 is 9, which represents ending a cycle. When you get out of failure to accept your divine spark and recognize that you are growing in spirals, you are ending a cycle of being stuck, a cycle of resistance to being here. Let's look at soul fragments and see how this ties in. You have energetic connections to many souls from past, present, and future eras. The more you heal and evolve, more healing and evolution is available to your soul fragments. Let's look at the full message on this card. Let's read the full message. You have energetic connection to many souls from past, present, and future eras. They share a soul resonance with you, and your journeys mirror each other in subtle and obvious ways. A special benefit shared among this group is that the more you heal and evolve, the more healing and evolution is available to your soul fragments when they reach for it, and vice versa. You can channel aspects of their energy to move yourself ahead on your journey as needed, such as confidence, discipline, resourcefulness, or charm. Use this cycle of giving and receiving with intention and equity. Identify those whose energetic overflow benefits you and set intentions that your energetic expansion become a resource for them. Channel your soul fragment family to collect energetic breadcrumbs and open spiritual doors that were created before you were born. The magic key to unlock and lock this quantum connection are unconditional love and heartfelt gratitude. Your keywords are portal work, soul journey, and sacred bonds. Okay, guys, this is key. This is a very heavy card, but this is key to what we've been talking about. Who are your soul fragments? Your soul fragments can be your ancestors or it can be someone who is alive. 2 days ago marked 1 year that my grandmother passed, and my grandmother was a soul fragment for me. But I realized that while she was still alive, and I set the intention that I would benefit from her energetic expansion, and I was already benefiting from her energetic expansion while she was here, because the way she lived, the way she loved, inspired me. Right? Your soul fragments can also be historical figures and people that I'm aware of whose lives, whose journeys mirror mine. Some of you may be familiar with Marie Laveau, who lived in Louisiana in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And she started off as a hairdresser and evolved into a reader, into an energetic reader. And my life has followed that same path. And from the information I've been able to find on her, our journeys very much, they mirror each other. And she is one of my soul fragments because she inspires me. And her characteristics I can call on anytime I need to because I know that that is something that can edify me, right? Something that can inspire me. You can channel the energy of your soul fragments to discover new aspects of yourself. This relates to accepting your divine spark, right? Accepting your divine spark, accepting the journey that you came here for. Okay, this relates to your divine spark because your divine spark is your soul, right? It is your soul. We talked about ensoulment, the soul body union, in the accept your divine spark card. So there are many pieces of your soul, not just what's in this physical body, but your soul has many fragments, many people who have come here to make the same type of impact that you have. And perhaps when they returned to source, they expanded into many versions of themselves. And perhaps you are one of those versions. Okay. So if you are wanting to further accept your divine spark, tap into your soul fragments. You guys have a shared resonance. Okay, so this can help bolster and edify your divine spark by tapping into the energy of those who have a similar resonance with you. So your keywords here are portal work, soul journey, and sacred bonds. Okay, so you guys, I hope this reading has been wonderful for you. I want you to review this if this resonates for you. Think about how you can drop a resistance to being here in the earth realm as a human, further accepting your divine spark, completely embodying your body and your life, and get out of that thinking that you are going in circles. You are, in fact, growing in spirals. In that cycle of that resistance to being here by tapping into your soul fragments. These tie together beautifully. The energy of these cards will help you to further accept your divine spark. So I want you guys to review this, think about how it resonates for you. Give me a like and a comment. Let me know how these spoke to you. So go ahead and like and subscribe, especially if you want to get more details about how you can get these cards later this year. Okay. Thank you so much for following, and you guys have a beautiful day. Peace.